So here we are in the closed beta of Tribes Ascend. First things first, I guess I'll describe what this is. It's a free-to-play shooter, online multiplayer, and it's pretty cool. It is currently in closed beta. Although it's pretty easy to get a key. I think all you have to do right now to get a key is just like them on Facebook. I got my key from GameSpot promotion thing. Like, they gave out a bunch of keys for free. So yeah, I've never played a Tribes game before, but this looked pretty awesome. So I do have some worries about it, and think it would probably be a better game if it was not on the free-to-play system, but probably a lot less people would actually buy it. Or, well, like, a lot less people would play it, so it's hard to say. So yeah, I guess we'll start off with a little bit of training. By the way, I've upped my well, I've tweaked my volume a bit, but I've upped this to 30 frames per second recording, but the quality is going to be a little worse, but movement is really fast in this game, so I feel like it would be very difficult to watch if I recorded at 15 frames per second, which is what all my other computer screen capture recording stuff for other games has been, like League of Legends and StarCraft 2. So yeah, 30 frames per second. It's gonna look a little bit uglier, especially when I move stuff around a lot. But it should be at least a little more figure outable. Whereas 15 frames per second, if I'm like looking back and forth really quickly, it would probably be really confusing. So let's start off here as the Pathfinder. Since this is training mode, you can just change your class whenever you want. Well, actually, we'll go in the classes. There are 9 classes. The first 3 are light, the second 3 are medium, and the third 3 are heavy. So the light classes have the least amount of health. As you can see, I have 800 health. But they also can fly around the best. All the classes have the jetpack ability, which is tied to the energy in the bottom left corner of the screen. So the light classes can fly around the most. So it makes them, despite having little health, they can survive pretty well because it's hard to shoot them when they're flying up in the air a lot. Now, an important, well, I should say an extremely important part of this game, besides the jetpack, is what is called skiing. The jetpack's on the right mouse click, by the way. Now, the other major thing about this game is called skiing. You press the space bar and it makes your suit frictionless, which allows you to ski across the terrain really quickly. And of course you gain speed when you ski downhill, so you can see on the left and right sides of the screen your speed when you hold down the spacebar is shown. So what you want to do is use your jetpack when you're going uphill and let it go so that you ski downhill to increase your speed. You can't always do it perfectly. For example, right there, basically I was going fast enough that after I got over the top of the hill, I was not coming down at a sharp enough angle to hit the other side of the hill to actually gain any speed going down it. So it essentially can't be done perfectly per se, so that you can like just gain infinite speed, but you can get going pretty fast. So sometimes instead of jetpacking right when you're coming up to a hill, you want to jetpack before, and then you'll be coming down at a sharper angle when you get over the top of the hill, and then you will be able to get a little bit of speed boost from it. So yeah, that's skiing. When you're going slow like this, you have no, like, you can't change your direction, but when you're going somewhat quickly, you can change your you can use the movement keys to change the direction you're skiing pretty significantly, as you can see. So that's something to keep in mind. You can only do it while you're going pretty quickly, not when you're going slow. See, right now I don't think I'm doing anything at all. I think I'm just going a little to the left because there's a bit of a hill there. But see, I can't move at all. Now, while skiing is great, you don't want to ski all the time, because most of the weapons are basically grenade launchers, such that people will try to lead you with their shots. So a lot of times when you come up in a 1v1 situation, you'll want to be skiing, and then you suddenly let go of the spacebar to stop, and then since the shot was leading you, it'll miss. Another thing, since a lot of the weapons are basically grenade launchers, is it's extremely hard to hit someone in the air. So a lot of duels end up coming down to who's in the air at the right moments. So using your jetpack a bit to jump from side to side is also extremely helpful for staying alive. So so this base light class is called the Pathfinder. It starts with a spin fuser, a light spin fuser to be exact, but basically all the spin fusers are the same mechanics wise. It shoots straight and it blows up when it hits something. That's all there is to it. The secondary weapon is a shotgun, which is, like, as you can see, it does have decent range, but it's not particularly reliable unless you are fairly close. So sometimes you'll use a shotgun if it's like a mid-air battle, because you can't hit someone with the spin fuse here when you're in air unless you get either a lucky shot or you're like flying up right next to them like that. So let's see, what else is there? Oh yes. So that's your primary weapon and your secondary weapon. There are 3 call-in things. The first, you can see the call-ins are all based off the same targeting laser thing. The first is Tactical Strike, which fires a few thingamajigs down from the sky and blows up any enemies that happen to be standing there. The fourth one, or well, the first one, it's on number 3. The second one, which is on number 4 by default hotkeys, so that is Supply Drop. It calls down an inventory station. I'll come up to one of. Damn it! Wait, am I in the? I need a bit more jetpack to get up. And energy doesn't regen that quickly. So, it calls down an inventory station, which basically